Y'all, what did I say? Didn't I tell you this is the case that keeps on giving? Let's go to the introduction. I promise you. I wasn't expecting this. Not at all. Hey, I'm back. So listen, on my last live, some of y'all got a little upset with me. And I can understand why, but listen, I am here to give you guys what I feel is going on. Now, let me recap for some of you all that may be joining me for the first time. And thank you so much. I am Dr. Sherry. I'm your multi-entrepreneur where I teach you about real estate, about business, about credit, and about life. And today, this deals with life. So on my last live, I kind of recapped what went on yesterday during those Georgia Senate hearings. And I gave you my perspective. And if you go back and look at the live, I tell you how shocked I am on what I was witnessing. It just seemed as though, and I'm going to say it again, Ashley Merchant did her thing, right? She was questioned. And then this one senator named Senator, what was it? I'm going to get this wrong. Harold Jones, I believe his name was. I might get that. I think it's Harold Jones. Okay. He started questioning like he was providing an out for Fani. He started questioning her about some case law that she had submitted. He was questioning her about the monies. He was questioning her about everything, stating that in some areas could she have been speculating. I mean, to me, it was hard, right? Now, you all know, if you go back and watch all of my streams that I've done on this, you all know I'm not playing where it comes to this. If they're wrong, they should be held accountable. They being Fani Willis, Nathan Wade, okay? And even Terrence Bradley. If they're wrong, they need to be held accountable. But I told y'all we are down here in Atlanta. I told you, okay? I told you that in that leadership spectrum, they cover for each other. I told you that. And I told you, yes, I would hope that Judge Scott McAfee would see what we're seeing. And I'm sure that he is see what we're seeing. He hears, hell, he sat through the trials just like we saw, saw the information and saw the testimonies. I mean, heard and saw the testimonies. But I keep telling y'all, when I saw that senator in that hearing yesterday, it's just something in my gut was like, are y'all trying to create an out for her? I mean, is this possible? And then he kept talking about the conflict. The conflict. What is the conflict? And it got me a little nervous. And I must be honest with you all, because I just know corruption, period. And I know everybody is saying, you know what? It's the evidence is written on the wall. But it's been a lot of situations where the evidence was written on the wall and it didn't turn out the way that we expected it to turn out. See, that's the thing here. And that's what makes me leery. I've seen it, and I've been a victim of the writing being on the wall and things going in another direction. But let me tell you the bombshell. Well, let me give you, or let's just recap. Let's just recap everything and bring us up to speed today. So we know that Nathan, y'all know one of my streams, I kept calling him Nathan Willis. I know, that was crazy. Nathan Wade and Fani Willis apparently met in November 2019 at some type of convention, okay, or some type of conference, okay, where they had to get I think it was called a CLE conference, where they get continuing education, okay. This is where are supposed to have met. All right. We know that Fani was working for the previous district attorney. She went against him and she won. All right. We know that was in 2020 she ran and she was sworn in January 2021. We know that Nathan Wade was over her transition team. These are facts that we know. We know that Nathan Wade's married. We know that he's still married. We know that he is going through a divorce. We know that when he was assigned the contract for this case against former President Trump and all of the other defendants on November 1st, we know that on November 2nd, he filed paperwork to divorce his wife. Okay, so we know all this. We know that a member of his law firm, Terrence Bradley, we know that they had a falling out. Some type of situation went on where Terrence may have done some improprieties with someone else. Okay, and that cost him, and they asked him to leave the firm. Apparently, we know that Terrence Bradley left roughly around $30,000 in the escrow account. And we know that somehow that money wasn't there anymore, and it got him very upset. We know all of this now. We know that Terrence Bradley had conversations with Ashley Merchant and Cindy Yeager, okay, the new witness that has come forth that is also she's co-chief district attorney in Cobb County, okay? So we know that she is, her testimony right now is on the table to possibly reopen this case. We know that this is what's going on like right now, okay? We know that Judge Scott McAfee states that it could take him roughly 2 weeks to provide a verdict. We're in that space right now. We also are aware that a watchdog group filed, and here's the bombshell news, a watchdog group filed an ethics complaint on Fani Willis. And what we found out today is that the Fulton County Ethics Board decided that they would not follow through with that complaint because they felt as though, and in fact, let me see if I wrote it down. I think I did write it down. Let me see if I wrote that part down. Here it is. I did write it down. The Fulton County Ethics Board, they dropped the complaint against Fani Willis because they said, listen, they do not have jurisdiction because she is a state constitutional officer. I keep telling you guys, I know all of this stinks. I'm with you on that. All of it, it has pierced my heart, but I know how they operate. I know how they operate. And what you're seeing now is the pain of truth being suppressed. That's what we're experiencing now. And I guess with me, I've seen it so much in my lifetime where people who weren't guilty were made guilty, and people who weren't guilty were made to be guilty, and people who were guilty were able to be scot-free. And the space that I'm in right now, I feel like I have a protective shell that I've put around myself so I won't be in a lot of shock if this doesn't go the way that we are expecting it to go. We have seen people lie on the stand. They said that their relationship, they meaning Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, they said clearly on the stand, their relationship started early 2023. That's what they said. We've had numerous witnesses state that it happened before that time. Numerous. And you know, one person that I know that we keep overlooking, and she keeps coming to my mind and my spirit, like I'm thinking, how is Mrs. Wade feeling throughout all of this? The embarrassment, the hurt, the pain of a family being broken apart now. having an affair, on her that's been plastered from the north, south, east, and west. And remember, one thing I also want us to think about is that they have children. They have children. The hurt and pain of this for their kids, I'm thinking about, is also a sad state. Hi. Hey, Kimberly. So just where we are now and what's going on now, it's scary. It's really, really, really scary. It's really, really, really scary. And then also, yeah, like Kimberly's saying, the daddy, Fani Willis's father. I really liked him. I really saw the heart of him. This is a father just wanting to protect his child. She was getting death threats, and I believe all that. I believe that she was getting death threats, but it does not excuse her behavior. You guys, I'm just telling you right now, I just feel like we need to prepare for what we feel may not happen. When the Fulton County Ethics Board decided today that they were going to drop the complaint that was brought against them from this watchdog group, I knew then, and that's why I told y'all during the hearings yesterday, when I came back and I did my live and I told you, I was like, Ashley was grilled, but Fani was saved. It was like towards the end, they were trying to set this stage for her to possibly be saved throughout all of this. And I'm going to tell you, I will be the first one that will probably pass the heck out if that comes forth and they get vindicated. But I know the temperature of Atlanta. And everybody, I know you all watch me right now. You're not from Atlanta. You're probably not even from Georgia. But I'm telling you what I know. They cover for each other. And that's kind of like what's going on right now. If you can see their sides, right? Even Cindy Yeager, she represents the Republican Party. I told you this is kind of what's going on right now. It's like the Democrats against the Republicans, and we're caught in the middle of all this bull. I'm telling you, we're caught in the middle of all of this bull. Let's see what Kimberly's saying. I pray that they will do the right thing. Yes, I want them to do the right thing. But Kimberly, I got to ask you, how many times have we witnessed people in high places and high authority, right, not do the right thing? That's why I told y'all yesterday when I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting this today with the Fulton County Ethics Board. That was the next thing I was waiting. I was like, okay, I know they're going to get her on something, because Lord knows now everything is not coming out right from what they're stating. They're not speaking correctly because everything is contradicting. And then now, this happens today. Do you all not see? I want you to understand what I'm saying with this and what I'm saying, because a lot of people, I think they misinterpreted what I was saying when I said it actually was grilled, Fani would say, because at the end he was grilling her heart. But I want you to hear my heart in this. I am nervous because I don't think they're going to do the right thing. It's just something. If Judge Scott McAfee does the right thing, I am going to be cheering, because I'm going to be like, yes, somebody is standing up for Mrs. Wade, right? Somebody's standing up for Mrs. Wade and her children. Somebody's standing up for Robin Yerty. We don't know what went on at that job, okay? We don't know what she experienced. And I'm going to tell you, if you play back in your mind, Fani walking in that courtroom. Remember that day when she came in, she testified? She came in like a bulldozer. She came in like a bulldozer. She said, I need this in front of me. I mean, she was running everything from the witness stand. I was like, God dang. God like, good Lord. It breaks my heart as a veteran. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure it breaks your heart as a veteran. Yes. Yes, but think about the behavior that we witnessed when she came into that that courtroom to testify. Remember now, she wasn't supposed to testify. She wasn't supposed to testify. But when she came in like that, I was like, "Whoa, good Lord!" Now, can you imagine, being her employee? And that's why I'm saying I'm looking at the people who are kind of being lost in the wash with all of this. The people that are really experiencing this hurt in front of the world. In front of the world. Fani's dad, I'm sure he's hurting right now. And I'm sure he has said to himself that even though I love my daughter, I'm ashamed at what she's done. I'm ashamed of what he knows. I'm a parent. I got 4 daughters. And when they do something that they're not supposed to do, it hurts me as a parent. It hurts me. Because the first thing we say is, I didn't raise you like that. That's why I tell my daughters when they do things that disappoint me, I didn't raise you like that. Right? And we know when they're up to no good. Right? But it's the same like when they do things that makes me proud. I'm so proud of you. But can her dad say that right now? He's having to swallow what we all are seeing played out. Her dad didn't know. Remember now, they stated the father did not know that they were together. Nathan Wade's mom knew, but the dad didn't know. The dad didn't know. Let's see. Kimberly says, my boys are smart enough to know no good from good. That's right. Yeah. But even as children, I know even when I was a child, I did things I wasn't supposed to do. And I had to pay the price for it until I learned to get myself together, because I'm like this. And I learned this lesson early on. Listen, it's just easier to do the right thing because I don't like to pay the costs. I don't like to pay the costs from bad decisions. It's too much. It wears too much on my heart and my soul. But back to where we are today, I wanted to come on because another thing that was brought out when I went back and I listened again, and somebody mentioned it yesterday in the live about the meeting with Kamala Harris. Oh my gosh. Apparently this meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris took place February 28th, 2023. That's right before the indictment, y'all. It's just not a good look. Fani Willis went to the White House with the mayor of Atlanta. What the hell? What is going on here? What are y'all talking about? Right? I mean, something like that, you would think the city would rally behind and say, yeah, the mayor's going to see the vice president and the DA. That's something that would kind of be broadcast news, but it doesn't seem as though many knew about it. Again, the stars are aligning. The stars are aligning. But I'm just telling you guys, it's just something in my spirit is just like, it's gnawing at me now. It's gnawing at me. Like, I'm nervous and I can't shake the nerves. Like, now listen, I watched the same thing you watched. This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm like trying to give telepathy to Judge Scott McAfee. Like, now I watched the same thing you watched. But at the same time, remember, he even gave monies to Fani's election, her campaign. The judge did. And then I'm saying to myself, well, why is he able to be the judge? And he has given her a donation. And he was her mentee when he was coming through the ranks. You see what I'm saying, y'all? It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's a lot. Exactly. I don't want to look my Heavenly Father in the eyes with that behavior, let alone my earth. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I wanted to come on. Oh, I didn't even realize I was on for over 20 minutes. I wanted to come on because some of y'all did me in the comments on yesterday's live. I was like, look at they done turned on me. y'all can't understand what I'm saying. Y'all know I'm for truth. I'm for what's right. But I'm just, I want to be honest, and I want you to know that if I come on here, I'm going to be honest with what I'm really feeling. And I'm hurt right now. I don't know why. It's like I'm hurt because all of this stuff is happening, and to me it's weighing on me now. It's weighing on my spirit a little bit because I feel like there's a setup going on to try to make this okay. I could be wrong, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. You have no idea. I want to come back on here when that verdict and say, y'all, justice prevailed. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Kimberly. I don't know. I don't know. What are some of y'all thinking? Truth with Tom. Hey, friends from wild, wonderful West Virginia. Hey, West Virginia in the house. Truth with Tom, what do you feel? What's your thoughts? I've been enjoying your streams. Love the honesty. Oh, thank you. Hey, Chinzia. Chinzia was hanging out. Chinzia, they let me have it yesterday in my comments when I was live with y'all. Looking at everything, Fani is a bigger puppet than I thought, and she's protected. Chinzia, now you see what I'm saying? Do you see? Are you feeling what I'm feeling now? Something is it just doesn't feel right. Something just doesn't feel right. And can y'all give me a like and share? Can you give me a thumbs up? But now you see what I'm saying. This is what I was telling y'all yesterday. If something just was not right. Something just wasn't right. And today, with the Fulton County Ethics Board dropping the complaint against her, I'm telling you something. It's like they're trying to line something up. That's what I keep feeling. Truth for Time said, I think Fani is an embarrassment to anybody who ever counted on her. I would be very disappointed if I were her relative. I would be. Now, let me just say this. I would be disappointed in her choices of what, the choices that she has made. But I do know redemption is good for everybody, but you still got to pay the price for what you've done. And that's the thing. She has to pay the price for what she's done. We're being distracted. You think we're being distracted? Is that what's going on? Something is happening. I was shocked. Let's see. Ronnie said, Dr. Sherry, where have you been? More and more lately, have these judges refused to do the right thing and recuse themselves from a case where there is a clear conflict of interest? That's what I'm feeling, Ronnie. I'm telling you this. I'm feeling this. Do y'all understand? The judge was her mentee. Am I the only one? Because when I'm watching like other streams and other bloggers out there, what have you, I'm not hearing anybody talk about these relationships and how they're intertwined. It's like you taking your friend. Your friend is being convicted of something, and this is your friend. Y'all hung out. Y'all were working together, and now you're having to judge your friend. Is anybody else not realizing this but me? And I know, everybody's emotional. People got really upset with me yesterday when I said it feels like Fani's being saved. Because it does feel like that to me. The world is a stage. Yes, it is. So if the world is a stage, are we sitting in the audience and we've given them our money to watch? Is that what's going on right now? Are we being played? And I said that in one of my other streams too. I said, y'all, from the very beginning, I was like, it's like we're being played. I said that because I said, I feel like, remember I was telling you, I said, I feel like it's like they're on at opposite side, but we're in the middle. We're the ones that's being played. I feel like we are. So listen, I have enjoyed you guys tonight. For those that beat me up in the comments, I'm sorry. But I still feel the same way. Something is going on and we're going to figure this thing out. But I'm telling you, for the Fulton County Ethics Board today to drop the complaint because they say they cannot, how did they put it? They did not have jurisdiction because she was a state constitutional officer. Does that mean that if you're an officer or a state constitutional officer, you're protected from doing wrong? Is that what this means? I'm telling you, we need to really watch it. We need to really just watch it and just brace ourselves. Period. And we're going to hope for the best. And Mrs. Wade, if you're watching this, I am so sorry for your whole life just being put on display. The embarrassment I know you must feel for you and your children. So for that, know that I know some of my subscribers and for myself, we are rooting that everything that happens in your divorce, that you get everything that you deserve. All right. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I just wanted to come on here and let you know what the bombshell was today. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But as soon as I hear something else, y'all know my ear is to the ground. Okay. Until next time. Bye.